for the health care reform bill because I thought it was an important step forward for a number of reasons, but I have never believed that it was enough.
It only goes in 10-minute clips.
Today, right now, the Vermont State Legislature and our governor pass a Medicare for all single-payer program.
Yes, Medicare for all. That's how you do it. Liberals creating progress.
And in mind you,
tell them, Bernie.
If we are serious about universal health care and guaranteeing health care to all of our people, single payer is the only way. So I ask you today,
listen up, Democrats.
We're going to need the help of the Congress to craft legislation to give Vermont the necessary waivers. Help us. Let Vermont lead the nation in a new direction.
Yes.
Every day in my office, I get telephone calls about the soaring price of gasoline. That's what I hear. I live in a rural state. People travel 100 miles often to go to work and come back. Their wages are going down. They can't afford $4 or $5 gallon of gas. It is time for the Democrats and the President to say enough is enough. The financial reform bill that we passed last year gave the Commodities Future Trading Commission the mandate to end Wall Street speculation in oil futures. We don't need Wall Street to drive up the price of oil. Enough is enough. I want to say a word on another issue that we don't talk enough about, and that is the trade issue. Almost every working person, regardless of whether they are a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, understands that our current trade policies have failed. In the last 10 years, we have lost 50,000 factories in this country and millions of good-paying manufacturing jobs. Tonight, when you turn on the TV, you're going to see all of the advertising. Buy this, buy that, buy this. It is high time that these corporations who want us to buy their products start building those products and manufacturing those products.
Yes, yes. Bring it home! Made in America!
When I go back to Washington in a few days, the debate will continue on deficit reduction, the 2012 budget, and how we deal with our $14 trillion national debt. Now, as we engage in that discussion, let us never, ever forget how we ran up that debt.
George Bush!
All of you remember that when President Clinton left office, he gave a huge budget surplus to President Bush. But 2 wars later, unpaid for, huge tax breaks for the rich, unpaid for, a Medicare Part D prescription drug program written by the insurance companies, unpaid for, and a Wall Street bailout, unpaid for, put us where we are today.
Right.
And given that reality, the reality of how we got to where we are today, in terms of the deficit, it is morally imperative that we not balance the budget on the backs of the sick, the elderly, the children, the poor, and the broken.
That's right. You said it, Bernie. Send Wall Street the bill.
If we are serious about deficit reduction, we don't pass a budget which not only slashes programs from people who are already hurting, but in the process lays off hundreds and hundreds of thousands of workers. That makes no sense at all. So let me be very clear. If we are serious about moving toward deficit reductions, there are fair and responsible ways to do it, and let me mention just a few. For a start, we're going to end Bush's tax breaks for the very wealthy.
Yes, it's on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tax the rich, feed the poor.
And we are going to ask the wealthiest people in this country who have made out like bandits for years to start paying their fair share of taxes.
That's right.
We are going to end the long strings of loopholes which enable large and profitable corporations to make billions in profits and pay nothing in taxes.
Peace brings prosperity.
A couple of weeks ago, my office released a list of the major 10 tax avoiders: General Electric, the Bank of America, Chevron, on and on it goes. And in some cases, not only did these huge corporations not pay anything in federal taxes, they actually got a rebate from the IRS. Good end. And if we are serious about deficit reduction, and if we think it's not a good idea to throw children off of the S-chip program or cut Medicaid for the sick, we're going to end the tax havens that exist in the Cayman Islands and Bermuda, where we are losing $100 billion a year in tax revenue. Lastly, it is clear to me that we must take a hard look at military spending. Military spending, including the wars, has tripled since 1997. Now, in my view, there are a number of reasons why we must bring the troops home from Iraq and Afghanistan as soon as we possibly can, and deficit reduction is one of them. So, my friends, that is where we are now. We are in a pivotal moment in American history. I believe that if we rally the American people around the cause of justice, we're going to win this fight. But to do it, we're going to have to take on some very powerful forces in Washington and all over this country.
Like the president.
Yes. Now, what they have on their side is money, but we have something more important. We have the people.
Yeah.
And I believe from the bottom of my heart that if we stand together, are crystal clear on the issues, are prepared to take on the big money interests and all that they are doing to this country, and if we explain carefully what we're doing to the American people, we are going to win that struggle, and it is vitally important, not only for ourselves, but for our kids and our grandchildren, that we do just that. So I look forward to working with you in the months and years ahead. Thank you all.